Testing. Good afternoon. Thank you kindly. And on behalf of my colleagues, Mr. Hoffenstein and Mr. Peterson, we'd like to welcome you, our audience in the house, as well as the audience joining with us online, to our grade school winter concert. Today you're going to hear many bands, all different levels of proficiency on their chosen instruments. This band before you is the concert band, which I am privileged to direct. That last song, you got to see us stand up. Those were the various sections in the band. We're going to play a number of songs for you, and then I'll come and talk to you right before the last song. So please enjoy the concert band. Test. So I can tell you that it is such a joy to be working with these fine young musicians not only in lessons, but also on Monday evenings. And really, that's where we learn how to put an ensemble together, is those Monday evening rehearsals. And I know that it's not always a thrill for young musicians or old musicians to rehearse. And so we want to thank the parents, the grandparents, who certainly make sure we get our time in each week. So, band, would you please give your parents and grandparents, whoever is that parent in your life that makes you practice, a round of applause? I know my parents did the same for me, and they are in the audience, so thank you very much. So, we're going to finish up. Oh, I'm sorry. I have two more people I want to talk about that are very important to the concert band. First of all, you saw a tall young man in the back. That is Mr. Jaeger. Mr. Jaeger is instrumental, pun intended, in the concert band. He helps us out with all of the percussion ensemble, or the percussion instruments. Each percussionist has two instruments that they learn on in their lessons. But when we come to ensembles, they get many, many more. And so we need to teach them the proper technique and also how that works within an ensemble. And Mr. Jaeger does a great job. So let's thank Mr. Jaeger. And then, of course, you may not see them, but they are such valuable people to me and to the concert band, and that is our high school helpers. They're here Monday evenings helping set up the library. Library is not usually a place where you have a band rehearsal, so they are there setting it up, tearing it down, but they're also there to be friends and mentors to our young musicians. They may show a fingering that we forget, and they are so valuable. So I know they might not be here, but thank you, high school helpers. Our last song is a song that I have to program every single year. It is a beloved one that alumni from this band always ask, are you going to play that song? So please enjoy Hard Rock Blues. All right, we're going to switch gears just a little bit. I'm going to ask that our children's choir is going to be next, and they're going to do 2 sets, one now, one a little later. So I'm just going to speak now, and then the next, you just ditto it, okay? This group is a fine group of young musicians, again, vocally speaking. They range anywhere from 2nd grade all the way to 8th grade, and I appreciate the older brothers and sisters, as we call them, their leadership throughout the semester. And without further ado, the Children's Choir of Wisconsin Lutheran High School.
My name is Quentin Peterson. I serve here at the high school as the Fine Arts Department Coordinator and the Band Director, and it's my pleasure and privilege to get to work with the Wind Ensemble that you'll hear later and the Percussion Ensemble. This group started on practice pads earlier this year, which is basically like playing on rubber. Now let me tell you, the first day we transitioned from soft, controlled practice pads to a full-size drum line. The power is something special. We had so much fun putting this together. This percussion ensemble is made up both of percussionists and second career percussionists, and today they're going to perform for you Storm by Cassidy Byers. Could you hear us okay? So it's a great, you guys can start moving off, yeah? So it's a great opportunity to remind you now of an upcoming opportunity for our 7th and 8th graders. 7th graders who are going into 8th grade can participate in the Wisco marching band as an 8th grader. Abe, who's got the cool glasses right here, did that himself this year and had an awesome experience of performing with the high school band. Make more friends, you get to spend more time making music and performing at a really high level. So that option is open to 8th graders, as well as 8th graders coming in as a freshman to Wisco. You're able to participate in the marching band as well. Does anyone recognize those hats? Maybe we wore those hats back in the day. And it was our pleasure to share that with you. We've got a little bit of a set change now before the symphonic band.
As Mr. Peterson said, this is our symphonic band. These are this is our middle band, our second and third year players. I'm just giving them another 30 seconds to get themselves set up. Some of our percussion ensemble members were part of this band as well, so they're trying to quick put the drums away, come back up here. Kind of let the adrenaline burn off too. The program has the wrong order for our pieces. We'll be having students introduce each piece. We are playing all three of them. It's just in the wrong order. So they'll come up and introduce each piece as we go through our program.
Our first piece is called Glorioso by Robert W. Smith. Glorioso is a bright and energetic piece of music which is great to use as an opening piece. The melody is stated by the brass at the beginning, and then it is played faster by the other instruments of the band as the piece goes on. The following middle section leads to a driving, exciting finish you are sure to enjoy.
Two Renaissance Noels by Michael Rogers is our next piece. The word Noel is French for Christmas. This piece has two movements, and each movement features a different Christmas tune from Renaissance France. Carol of the Birds is first, and dates back to the 1600s from southern France. It describes 32 birds that visited Jesus in his manger. The second song, Noël Nouvelet, comes from the 1400s and describes the news of Jesus' birth being received by the different characters in the nativity scene. Please enjoy Two Renaissance Noels.
Joy, arranged by Patrick Rosel, combines two holiday favorites, Angels We Have Heard on High and Joy to the World. The arranger combines the two tunes together with exciting eighth note patterns, trills in the woodwinds, and lots of exciting percussion, all set in a fanfare style. We hope you enjoyed our part of the concert, and please enjoy our final piece, Joy.
If you're a part of the jazz band, you can go backstage and start getting yourself set up. We're going to take this time to take a free will offering. Some students will be coming around with baskets now. There we go. These. If you feel so moved to give all money that will be collected now will be go towards the fine arts program here at Wisco. Feel free to give as much or as little as you like. Like I said, all money goes towards supporting the arts here at Wisco. The grade school programs, the high school programs, the visual arts, the theatrical arts. So know that that's where that money is going. Like Mr. Pufal said earlier, we want to thank all the parents, grandparents, anyone who's involved in these children's lives for supporting them as they learn and grow through music. We could not do the program that we have without you. So thank you so much for your flexibility, for your commitment to getting kids to rehearsals, for helping them remember to bring their instruments to their lessons, or reminding them that they forgot their instrument that day in the car. Your commitment to helping them practice, Mr. Pufal highlighted this too, practice is how we make this all work. We see the kids either one rehearsal a week with the choirs or 20-minute lessons once a week. It's time for us to spend on lots of things, but there are so many things that the kids just need to work on and practice at home. So we really appreciate supporting and continuing that practice routine. Thank you those who volunteer to do various things throughout the year, and just for all of your support, we thank you so much. I know I've seen a few teachers and principals in the room here too, and so I thank you, teachers, principals of all of our Federation grade schools, for allowing us to pull out the kids during school and do lessons. Really, really appreciate that, because there's so many blessings to being able to have individual lessons at this level. It's unbelievable. So thank you so much, teachers and parents, and teachers and principals, for allowing that to happen. Live music is very important for these kids. It helps them grow. It helps them give thanks to God for their gifts, to build up those gifts in service to Him. A lot of these musicians you see on the stage will grow up and become productive members of congregations in our Wells Synod, performing for special services, singing solos, being part of church choirs. That's all wonderful, and that all starts now at this grade school level. It lets them. The concert is payoff for all the hard work they've put in so far, which is good for them to do. All that hard work goes towards something. So being able to have a live performance like that is super, super important. They're able to share their gifts with others. If you're here online watching the stream, modern technology allows you to do that, and that's really great too. So, and then it gives them a chance to be nervous and excited, and to get over that and still perform at a high level, which, let's face it, some adults have a hard time with that. I do too. But it helps them get over that and to learn how to deal with that. So that's another reason this is very, very important. Chamber ensembles as well. We have the percussion ensemble perform earlier. That was super cool. As a percussionist, I was giddy. We also have 2 jazz bands, which will be performing next. We have enough students to actually field 2 jazz bands, which is really cool. Last year we just did 1. We've had 2 in the past traditionally, so it's really great to see those numbers go back up again. These smaller ensembles give students a chance to be more like a soloist and less like a part of a large machine, which is a different skill and a different challenge that we as teachers deal with, and the students learn how to deal with as well. So I think offering's almost done. Our students are moving back into place, and we're going to move on with the concert with our jazz program. Test one, test two. All right, so upcoming events for the grade school music program. Our band lessons conclude the week of December 13th, so we still have 2 more weeks of lessons that are going to happen. There's 1 more band rehearsal coming up this Monday, kind of a wrap-up rehearsal after the concert. There may or may not be some snacks involved. The week of January 10th is when we'll resume band rehearsals and band lessons at the schools. February 12th is our solo and ensemble festival. This gives our students a chance to perform as soloists or in very small ensembles for a judged type setting. So we'll actually have judges come in, we'll give them critiques, scores. It's a very good experience for them to get a different type of performance in. March 24th, we're inviting our 8th grade band kids to play in the high school concert. I think that's still happening. I'll double check with Mr. Peterson. But our 8th graders generally are invited to be part of that concert and play with the high schoolers, kind of get a taste for what high school band is like. May 7th is our next grade school music concert. May 7th, that'll be a 7 p.m. concert right back in here. Same groups will be playing, but they'll be better. They're pretty good tonight, though. I don't know. May 23rd, 24th are auditions for the next year's for the band program for our 5th through 7th graders. Yours too? Oh no, you don't have auditions. Okay. When are your auditions for choir? Next, early September for choir auditions next year. June 13th through 17th is our Junior Viking Steel Camp. This is a different type of musical ensemble. Steel band is a really big thing here at Wisco, and we've started this steel band camp. Mr. Peterson, I should say, has started this steel band camp. It's unbelievably fun. So consider having your kids be part of that. And then in the summer, Mr. Peterson mentioned that our current 7th and 8th graders are invited to be part of our marching band, which is another different musical ensemble they can be part of. So I think up next is children's choir. So Mr. Pufall, it's yours.
Good afternoon. We're the Wind Ensemble, and our first piece is Black Forest Overture. An overture is a prelude or beginning to something, often setting up the scene or mode for an opera or musical. In Black Forest Overture, the immediately building intensity is heard in the repeated eighth note pattern, brassy statement before returning to the main theme. One might picture the feelings emulated by a black or dark forest. This is especially true in the middle section as it contrasts in style. It is rich in dark harmonies and melodies. The piece then returns to the main theme and finishes with a strong coda. Black Forest Overture leaves you with many of the feelings you might experience in a dark forest.
As we leave the Black Forest, we travel next to the countryside of Scotland. Loch Lomond tells the tale of two Scottish soldiers who were imprisoned at Carlisle Castle in England following the Battle of Culloden Moor. One of the soldiers was to be executed, while the other soldier was to be set free. According to Celtic legend, those who died in foreign lands had their spirits travel to their homelands through the low road, the route for the souls of the departed. The song is from the point of view of the soldier to be executed, who tells his friend, "You'll take the high road, and I'll take the low road," in effect saying that the free soldier will return alive, while he himself will return in spirit. He remembers his past and the bonny lass, or pretty girl, he will never see again. We hope you enjoy Loch Lomond.
Before we close with our last piece, I want to take a minute to say some thank yous. First, if you haven't heard yet, we're grateful for you. I speak for Mr. Hoffenstein, Mr. Pufall, and myself when I say thank you for being here. It means the world to see so many seats filled in support of instrumental music making, vocal music making in schools, and we appreciate your support here as an audience today. Thankful also to all of the students who made all of this lovely music today. These concerts are a great reminder that we as conductors don't make a sound. We get to stand by and enjoy the hard work of these students. And it's been such a joy to experience that this afternoon as well. Thank you to the administration of Wisconsin Lutheran High School for making these concerts possible as well. And I would be remiss if I didn't share with you our packed calendar coming up yet this December. If you didn't get enough band music today, tomorrow is the high school band concert back here at 3 o'clock. Then Tuesday evening, right here in this auditorium, there's a Pearl Harbor Remembrance Concert performed by the Soli Deo Gloria Wind Ensemble. Some of the students you heard today, some of the high school students, and some community members are coming together to recreate the last concert that was performed on board the USS Arizona. It's going to be an awesome concert, and that is here in the auditorium on Tuesday evening. Following weekend on Sunday is the Sacred Choral Concert featuring choral ensembles from Wisconsin Lutheran High School. And yet the next weekend after that is the Chamber Ensembles Concert featuring jazz ensembles, percussion ensembles, woodwind, brass, you name it. There's a group that's on that concert. In addition, our chamber ensembles are playing out quite a bit yet in December. Tomorrow, the high school brass ensembles at St. Jacobi. The handbell ensemble, Jubilation, has playouts the next 2 weekends at Redemption and Nain in West Dallas. And then the steel band is also traveling to Christ Big Bend next week Sunday, and then St. John's Wauwatosa the following Sunday. And that's all in December. Again, we're so grateful for your support here this evening. I'm going to pass it off to our last introduction for our last piece this evening.
While our next piece doesn't require any introduction, you're getting one anyway. Noel is a French word that is used to wish each other a Merry Christmas. As the angels said on that first Christmas, we share our Christmas joy with you as well. Luke chapter 2, verses 10 through 14. Do not be afraid. I bring you good news that will cause great joy for all the people. Today in the town of David, a Savior has been born to you. He is the Messiah, the Lord. This will be a sign to you. You will find the baby wrapped in cloths and lying in a manger. Suddenly, a great company of the heavenly host appeared with the angel, praising God and saying, Glory to God in the highest heaven, and on earth peace to those on whom his favor rests.
Thank you once again for coming tonight. Just a quick request. We do have a concert in here tomorrow night. If anyone's willing to volunteer to help reset the stage a little bit, we would really appreciate that. There are refreshments in the atrium just off to my right here for you all to enjoy some fellowship and some company with one another. After a whole year of not doing that, we get to enjoy that again. So thank you again for coming to our concert.